Hey everyone, back with the review for the ZTE Reef from Virgin Mobile, and I'm going to go over the hardware first, then I'm going to go over the specs, and then I'll get into the review itself. So getting on with the hardware, on the left hand side of the phone you have your volume rocker and your USB charging port. On the bottom of the phone you have the little crevice where you can put your hand to take off the back cover. On the right hand side of the phone you have a dedicated camera key, which you press and the camera comes on. On the top of the phone here you have your 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as your power button there. And on the back of the phone you have a 5-megapixel camera with flash. And then on the front of the phone you have your speaker up top, you have your front-facing camera, and you have back, home, and menu button. So specs of the phone, it's running Android 4.1, which is Jelly Bean. It has a 4-inch screen with a 480 by 800 pixel resolution. It has a battery life of 9 hours. That's what's advertised. Of course, it varies on how you use the phone. It has a 1 GHz single core processor. It has a 5-megapixel camera with autofocus, and it shoots 720p HD video. It's Wi-Fi capable, and it runs on the 3G network, so no 4G here. And it can last up to 30 minutes in 1 meter of water, which I'll get into a little bit later. So first thing first, I guess, is I'll show you the basics of the phone. Here you have your home screen, which is pretty standard on all Android phones. In settings, you have your switches for airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, etc. You have your battery, where you can see the life of the battery. And that's pretty much it for this for the notifications. Nothing too special there. Next thing I'll get into is the internet. So first off, I'll just reload this page, and again I'm running on 3G, so it's just the network speed here. So while it's still loading, obviously it takes a little while to load. Yeah, so it takes a good little bit to load, and that could vary, depending on the coverage you have wherever you live. But it takes a little while to load. I'll pull up another page, and this is a mobile site, so it could take a lot longer if you're trying to pull up a desktop version of a site. But yeah. So it loaded up. The text is easy to read. Pictures show up fairly well on the phone. I know it doesn't translate through camera, but they come up really well. It's not too grainy or pixelated. Try to focus in here. So yeah. And then you have your tabbed view there of the internet. You can open up and close web pages as you see fit. You have bookmarks, and that's pretty much the basics of the internet. I'm not going to spend too much time here, but while I am here, I will show that you can screenshot on this phone, like a lot of the newer phones out now. So to do that, press the volume down button and the power button, and you can save screenshots to your gallery like so. And the last thing I'll do on the internet is show off the keyboard. So it does have a standard regular keyboard, but the phone also comes with swipe, which I know a lot of people like. and it's pretty easy to type on. It is a smaller screen, but I have no problem typing on it. So yeah, there you see the keyboard in action, and that's pretty much it for the internet. Overall, I will say speeds are a little on the slow side, but then again, it is a 3G phone. So that's it for the internet. Now on to the camera. Okay, so this is the camera app. Nothing special here. You have your zoom bar there. You have settings. You have a few different modes: interval mode, self timer, face mode, and it does have panorama. Has flash, autofocus, etc. And it does have a front-facing camera. You have a few filters, just 4, so not a great selection there, but yeah, that's that. And in video mode, or camcorder mode, it shoots 720p HD video. Video quality and photo quality are pretty decent. In low light, the photos could be a little grainy, but I'll put a photo or two up on my Twitter page, which I'll link in the description, so you can see a few shots from the phone. And that's pretty much it for the camera. I'll also go into dead trigger really quick. So I played through a few boards off camera, and it seemed to play fine. I'll play through a few more, or a few minutes on camera to let you see for yourself. But there wasn't any noticeable lag or anything of that nature. So yeah, I just play this really quickly. So as you can see here, you know, the games work fine. I played through a little bit earlier, like I said before. The screen is responsive. You know, when you touch it, it does what you want it to do. So no worry about that. So yeah, overall I would say, you know, for a budget phone, it plays pretty well. It can handle most apps I've thrown at it, so there's no worries there. So I think you get the idea. Dead trigger works fine. I've played it for a little while. No lag. No noticeable lag. The screen is responsive, and that's it for part 1 of my review. Part 2, I'll definitely have the water test. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a good one.